Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a favourites video. I did actually film a favourites video, a monthly favourites, the last time I was supposed to, but I just didn't get around to editing it. I'm a busy gal. I am surprisingly busy. I'm not complaining at all, but I've never been more busy. Not in social life, but in like work life sense of things. I am very, very, very busy. And you know, when you've been staring at a computer all day, you don't really want to stare at a computer of an evening, so I never got around to editing that. My apologies, but let's try and make up for it with this, because I've included some of those same products. I just remembered one more product I want to include. It's in the bathroom. 1 second. Got it. Okay, so grab a cup of tea and I'm going to share with you some things that I've been loving. Let's start with beauty. So I have been obsessed with this contour stick and I use it pretty much every single day. Every time I wear makeup, I'll use this. It's so worth the money, don't get me wrong. It is kind of pricey for a contour stick. It's by the brand Oma Beauty. This is their Sculpt and Strobe Duo Stick in White Pearl. And I did pick up basically I colour matched myself wrong online. And I did the Bomb Makeup tag and I bought this in Fair Lady, I think, which this is the lightest shade. Fair Lady is the second to lightest shade, but this is definitely, if you're my kind of complexion, definitely go for this one, because Fair Lady is, in fact, I've got it here. Let me show you the comparison. Where are you? Fair Lady. Hey, lady.
Hey, lady.
Fair Lady. My darling. Monica darling. It's Monica calling.
Monica darling, it's Monica calling.
Okay, I can't find it in my big old makeup box, so if you want to check out the shade Fair Lady, then definitely check out that video that I just mentioned. But anyway, take it from me, far too deep for my skin complexion. I think for a cream bronzer, it works fine, but for contour, this is the right match for me. This is the most perfect contour shade for me. I've got it on right now. I do have a little bit of bronzer on as well, so it might look a little bit warmer, but that's the bronzer, not the contour stick. It's a true cool toned contour stick, and it obviously has a contour side, it has a highlight side. The highlight side, I like it, but I don't use it every day, and that's because even though it's a beautiful highlight, like I think the formula is insane, it's so lightweight on the skin, it's such a beautiful lit from within glow. It's definitely a pink toned highlight, which is not my favourite. I like a champagne or a gold, so Fair Lady has a really nice gold highlight. But yeah, that's the highlight is not what I love this for, it's the contour side. Blends out beautifully, lasts all day, it's really pigmented, so even though this is about £35, you get your money's worth because you only need a tiny amount, and it blends out but sets. So it's not like staying cream on your face, like it blends out really seamlessly. It doesn't look cakey or, you know, it doesn't crease or anything, but it sets. Whereas like my Superdrug cream contour stick, that does not set. This is just the perfect contour stick. I love it so much. And I pair it with this e.l.f. brush, which if you watched my e.l.f. Retro Paradise review, you might recognise. This is actually a body brush. It's supposed to be for their body glow glitter lotion things. And I said in that video that it's not good with those glitter lotions because it just sort of, I don't know, it just doesn't, you don't need this for that purpose. It's much better just spread all over your body with your hands or with a mitt. But this is perfect for blending out cream contour, and it does it so quickly because it's the perfect shape, it's the perfect size and the perfect density. This is the quickest way of contouring my face, and if I had like a 5-minute makeup routine, these two would be in it because they pair so nicely and I love them a lot. Use them every single day. A lip gloss that I love with all my heart. I've actually nearly finished this and it's looking kind of gross because it's kind of stained with my lipsticks. This was originally a clear lip gloss in the shade Glaze by Makeup Revolution. It's called their Pout Bomb Plumping Lip Gloss with Vitamin E. And it's got this really chunky applicator, a bit like the Fenty gloss bombs. I think they've kind of tried to copy Rihanna. And I've seen their new holiday collection, which the shades look a lot like some of the Rihanna Fenty shades. Anyway, this formula is beautiful. It's a real kind of like minty gloss, like thick. It's a teeny bit sticky, it's not uncomfortable at all, but the reason why I wanted to mention this is because I was really into the Glossier lip gloss, which is about £14 for a teeny little lip gloss. This is the exact same formula. Oh, Amazon man, please don't look at me, please don't look at me. It's not my package, don't you worry. Okay, and then last but not least, I wanted to mention a couple of food favourites. First and foremost, this is a chocolate bar by Love Raw, and I actually hadn't tried Love Raw before, but they basically, their ethos is duping chocolate, so making vegan chocolate, but doing it well. Vegan chocolate that tastes like chocolate. That's their tagline, which I love, because don't get me wrong, I love veganism, I love a lot of vegan substitutes, but vegan chocolate is the one area where it's like, why are they making advent calendar tasting chocolate and trying to sell it like it's this amazing kind of chocolate? It's not. It's mainly the texture of vegan chocolate that for me lets me down, but a lot of vegan chocolate just tastes like cheap chocolate. Harsh, but true. But this is a game changer. Have I taken a bite out of this? A bite or two or three or four? Yes, I have. This is a dupe for the Kinder Bueno, but it's vegan. It's not gluten-free, I'm afraid. It's just vegan, I think. Not gluten-free, not soy-free. But if you're dairy intolerant and you miss Kinder Buenos, you might love these, because, oh my days, they are so good. And I don't even really like Kinder Buenos. Like, back in the day, those little Hungry Hippo, Happy Hippo sweets and Kinder Buenos, I never used to enjoy. This is just so good. It's got this hazelnut creamy filling on the inside. I know it looks like a dark chocolate, but it doesn't taste like dark chocolate. It's really nice and sweet, and I'm just addicted to these. Like, I actually crave them. I crave the taste. Very impressed, and I'd say I'm quite hard to impress when it comes to vegan substitutes. Very impressed indeed. And then last but not least, a ketchup recommendation, another rogue recommendation, but this is Rubies in the Rubble tomato ketchup, and it is the best ketchup I've ever tried in my 25 years on this planet. It won a Great Taste Award, and the cool thing about this brand is that it's made with tomatoes and I think apples or pears. Yeah, pears that are surplus in the food waste industry, or they're kind of oddly shapen, they won't be sold. So I'll read you the side. It says, this ketchup is packed with surplus pears that would otherwise have been wasted, not because they taste different, but simply because they're the wrong size. Adding pears also means we've doubled the fruit content and reduced the refined sugar content by 50%. And I have tried like sugar-free ketchup that is sweetened with dates before. I think I've tried one that's sweetened with apples before, and this is definitely the best tasting. Like, it just tastes like really rich, lovely ketchup. It doesn't taste like it needs more sugar, if you know what I mean. I can't recommend it enough, and I have just finished this one. However, the postman that just arrived and interrupted my flow just delivered some more. Now, I have got 2 boxes of these, but one of them has chili mayo in as well, because they do loads of different plant-based sauces, and I can't wait to try it because it had amazing reviews. My secret's out. I love ketchup. I love ketchup, but I'm a bit of a ketchup snob. I feel like I've said that on this channel before. I am a bit of a ketchup connoisseur. Heinz, I'm sorry, you did it for me back in the day, but I've moved on. I really want to make my own, basically, which I know you just kind of like, you boil down the tomatoes, don't you? Add the vinegar, the salt, and all that jazz. I really want to make my own and package it in like little jars and use it. Obviously not to sell, just for myself, but I love ketchup. Highly recommend that ketchup. A bit of a weird note to end this on. Oh no, I did have a Netflix recommendation actually. A Netflix recommendation I've really... I can't say I enjoyed it, but it was very enlightening, and I do recommend you watch it, and it's called The Social Dilemma. I don't think it's new. I think it's been around for a while, but I watched it. I wanted to watch it for ages, but I just wasn't in the right mood. Like, with all the doom and gloom in the world, I don't like watching sad films or like violent films or depressing documentaries at the moment, because it's just not what the heart wants, is it? I want like uplifting, heartwarming movies. Anyway, that to one side, if you can face it, it's not too... I mean, no, it is quite depressing, but it basically talks about social media and how guided we are as a society by social media and by our phones, and by how we're all kind of living, because what we see online, I'm not explaining this very well, but basically, because what we see online is tailored to our tastes. Obviously, they can tell, like, you know, when you search something on Google and then you see an ad on YouTube for whatever you searched on Google, and you're thinking, how do they know that? It's obviously because, I mean, Google and YouTube are all one thing, aren't they? But they know how long you spend on a post on Instagram, for example. They know what you click on, then they show you more of that to keep your attention on your phone and to keep you scrolling and to keep you wasting time on social media. And it's kind of it emphasises how we're all kind of living in different realities. It's like we're all in our own little Truman shows, because we our online world, which is for a lot of us at the moment, because there are lockdowns going on around the world, and even before lockdowns, you know, we spend a lot of time online by and large, and we are living in little bubbles, little worlds, and it's like a little echo chamber. Like we don't see what other people are seeing, and it's like that. It kind of helps to explain, obviously it's not just down to social media, but how we have such polarised views these days, because one person, they say in it, one person, you could be sat next to your friend, you could Google climate change is, and your friend could Google climate change is, and then the auto suggestions could completely vary based on your political view, for example. So like I might Google it and it might say, is climate change going to destroy the planet? Someone else might Google it and it might say, is climate change a hoax? Is climate change a scam? Is climate change even real? It's very scary, and obviously a lot of it is stuff we already know. They explain it a lot better than I do, but they talk about how we are the product. Like you think Facebook is free, you think Instagram is free, and it is free to use, but it's because you're being sold stuff. You are being sold. Advertisers are paying for those platforms to keep going. They're paying for sponsored posts and all that jazz. So yeah, I think it's an important watch. And again, a lot of it is stuff you probably already know, but just when it's all brought together in context, you're like, oh my goodness. And they've got all these experts who came up with the algorithms, who came up with the ways to keep you engaged and keep you on Instagram and watching different YouTube videos. Like they designed these algorithms, and they're saying, I didn't know what I was doing. Like it's completely out of control, and without kind of taxing these huge tech brands on how much data they're collecting, they're just going to keep growing and growing and growing. And like all that, the energy to store all of that data is absolutely mammoth. And it is depressing, I'm not going to lie to you, it's a little bit depressing, but it's so important to watch and share, because it's just going unregulated. For the most part, it's going unregulated. It's in the hands of the big tech companies and the advertisers. It's bonkers. It's honestly bonkers. So yeah, that's the last recommendation. A little bit depressoire, but it's a good documentary. And that's pretty much it from me. So thank you so much for watching my favourites video. Be sure to subscribe if you want to, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye.